this movie was I liked it. It was pretty good. There were definitely some really good points about it.
Yeah, there were a lot of mixed reviews about this.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Oh, there's people. Hi, I'm Christian Wilson,
I'm Cody Ellis.
and we're SkyAck Studios. Right, that's who we are.
I think so.
Okay. We were just talking about the Batman vs Superman movie.
This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen this movie,
Don't watch this review.
but if you haven't seen the movie and you are watching this,
Go watch.
then you will bleed.
That's a bit much, man. No, so going off. It was a good concept. It was an interesting movie. It did a lot of good things, but it could have been so much more than what it was. I feel like it almost tried to do too much in one movie.
It tried to do like different stories
Yeah.
in one movie all at once. Like you got The Dark Knight Returns, you got
The Death of Superman.
The Death of Superman, you got Wonder Woman and the Justice League all roll into one movie.
Yeah.
But there were some parts that I did like. I did enjoy this movie very much.
Mhm.
It's just there was a lot going on in this movie, and
It was a lot to follow, especially with if you didn't understand the Batman flashbacks, if you didn't, or his dreams, if you didn't understand that those were visions, that they're not part of the story, it can get a little confusing. Overall, this whole movie, it continued the dark tone that Man of Steel started. Ben Affleck as Batman brought a new element to at least the cinema Batman, where we've been so used to the Christopher Nolan Batman that is, he's dark, but he's not. He doesn't kill people. He doesn't use guns. He's completely different than the Ben Affleck one. The Ben Affleck Batman, he's almost unhinged. He's willing to do anything in order to get his brand of justice across, including using guns and killing people. And a lot of people, I feel like, didn't like that because it had been shown that you can have a dark Batman that doesn't kill people from Chris Nolan. But in this series, I think it kind of made sense because it humanized Batman a little bit more in a way that, when people, around you get killed by other people, that's what you want to do, is you want to kill other people. And some people just, it was too different a Batman for him. It was not the Batman they were used to.
Personally, for me, I enjoyed Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, he did a fantastic job than what people expected it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
definitely better than the Daredevil movie. Don't watch that movie.
Yeah, like, this really makes up than that role he played.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he took this role really seriously. Like, he understands the character very much. He's a Batman fan, and so, he takes this character as adapted to the Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns Batman version, which he's really broken down. He's really brutal and really fucked up, and he's at the moral edge of moral bankruptcy. Like, that's pretty much what they're going for, and that's why he's a lot older in this one because there's a lot that he's been through over the years. Like, he's technically the first superhero before Superman was, and it's interesting to see how different his world is compared to Superman, because his world is so dark and cruel and really broken down. Like, he's been traumatized his whole life ever since the death of his parents and remember, this is a spoiler review, but the death of Robin, which we all know.
Jason Todd.
Yeah, Jason Todd. We expect that it's Jason Todd who died, but really, that really traumatized him to where, like, the reason why he would kill people is because, he explained this to Alfred. Like, we are all criminals.
We've always been criminals.
We have always been criminals.
Yeah.
And that pretty much explains it fully as to why he does what he does, why he brands people doing what he does. Part of that is his inspiration for The Mask of Zorro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's the theater he came out of with his parents, and took inspiration of that. But he wants to leave a mark for criminals. Like enough is enough. He's it's time for to take justice and really put it into his own hands. And even if he's got to be brutal and uh, even if he's got to be brutal and tough about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then Henry Cavill as Superman.
Like,
This Superman is also different than some of the other ones. He still has a lot of the it is the same origin, the same type of attributes, but this Superman is also darker than the normal Superman. Not as dark as Batman. Um,
it's a little bit dark, but
yeah,
it kind of takes the inspiration from the Christopher Reeve a little
yeah.
bit, like from Man of Steel, but they take that Superman from Man of Steel
Mhm.
to where like he's much more tougher. He's much
Yeah.
more
He's not just a poster boy for America anymore. He's a bit more badass.
yeah. Like that's one of the problems. Like people have trouble dealing with is like some people just don't like Superman because he's too goody goody. He's
Yeah.
good at everything,
Mhm.
but he is a badass in this movie, pretty much. And like the kryptonite is what keeps him from being powerful.
Yeah.
Which that's why.
And it's like
Yeah.
the whole struggle throughout the movie is like everybody thinks that everybody knows, and he knows that he's this powerful immortal being, and they're afraid of that. But the whole time Superman is just like, I'm not gonna do any of these things that you say that I'm going to do. He has the capacity to do it. He could wipe out all of mankind, but he's not going to. That's not who he is. Mankind is just so afraid of the unknown that they're afraid of Superman, who has been on their side the entire time.
Yeah, he's technically like the first superhuman that comes out of hiding.
Yeah.
Ever since Man of Steel, that like, people like we're not alone in this universe.
No.
Like, and there are people out there with abilities that they sometimes they find threatening and menacing.
But they have to understand that not every alien is going to be like that. Yes, Zod is like that. I don't know how many. Brainiac hasn't been introduced in this universe, but like all the other Kryptonians that are evil, they're not Superman. Superman is a good Kryptonian. He's going to help us, but everyone's just too afraid of him.
Especially when he's been raised on Earth for many years.
Yeah.
Like he even said in Man of Steel that I lived in Kansas my whole life. I'm about as American as it gets.
Yeah.
So he respects that. He respects the truth, justice in an American way.
Yes.
And he has the support from Lois Lane, who plays by Amy Adams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lois Lane.
Okay. Just take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy.
But no, seriously, she's definitely good. She brings a little bit of humanity back to Superman. I think a lot of times where, well, even to both of them, where she's like he's trying to save his mom. Like she understands that. Yes, he's this powerful guy, but inside he's just like us. He has struggles. He has, he's not that much different than we are psychologically.
Yeah.
And she sees the humanity in him, even though he's not human. And she always brings him back to that so that he doesn't go over the edge.
She's part of the reason why he's Superman, because she really keeps him grounded from going into that side of the Kryptonian heritage to where, like where Zod was to destroy all humanity. She's trying to keep him from going there and be supportive of him to really help humanity and really bring balance between good and evil. Like she's his everything, his whole world, like what he said, and that really brings out the relationship between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how it didn't extremely hyper focus on their relationship. That it was part of the movie, but it wasn't like, oh, this is a romance between Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah, like they kept it good without focusing too much on
Exactly,
that relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Lex Luthor in this movie, he was crazy. He was mad hungry with power. Jesse Eisenberg brought a completely different flavor to Lex Luthor. I at first was afraid he wouldn't do as good a job because I'm used to seeing Eisenberg as like he's done a lot of immature roles, and so it makes you think that he's younger than he actually is. But he's like what 35. Like
he's like the same age as Henry Cavill.
yeah, which doesn't make sense in my mind because he plays all these younger roles.
Yeah, like he's very different. This Lex Luthor is very different from like other Lex Luthors.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he is crazy. He's like a bit. He's like that inch of being the Joker.
Yeah. He's like a mixture of the Joker and Lex Luthor almost.
Yeah, but I love how he really brought out this character. Really brought out this character in this movie. Like Jesse Eisenberg is a really great actor. Like at first, I doubted that he can like really brought this out, but he really kind of scared me in the movie.
Yeah, and he was doing like all these things an insane person would do. Like people might complain about what he did, that what he did was stupid, but when you're in that frame of mind where the only thing you care about is killing people, or like you've been traumatized like that, to him the things what he did made sense because he thought it would help meet his goals. Like putting Doomsday and then putting Superman versus Batman together, and it's just
like he's that crazy, like to be able to do all this just for like I don't know what his main goal is in the movie, but
his main goal was to bring down Superman,
right?
Because he was abused as a child. Well, according to this movie, he was abused as a child, and he didn't understand. To him, he couldn't believe that there was a God because of what happened to him as a child. And so Superman counteracted that whole thing because Superman was treated and worshipped as a god. And so in order for Luthor's his psychology to make sense that there is no God, he would have to kill any and all representations of him, Superman being the best representation at the time. And so that's what drove him, was because of all this shit that he'd been through. He was convinced that everything around him was bad and awful, and he needed to kill it.
Yeah, especially when he wanted to kill Superman because he wanted Batman to kill Superman, was so that it really hinted in this movie that like a dark side was gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
Like
who will be the villain in the Justice League movie? Because Justice League, their first villain is Darkseid.
Yeah. I think in part 2, he becomes the main villain.
Well, I mean, if it's part 1 and part 2, it's of the same movie. It's just different parts, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's their main goal, is to get Darkseid to come in into this universe. Mm-hmm. But really, he wanted Superman. He wanted Batman to kill Superman because he wanted to prove
that man could kill God.
Man can kill God, but he didn't, and so he created Doomsday. That's why he quoted, "If man can't kill God, then the devil will do it."
Yeah.
And he created Doomsday. But he really played a psychological he really played a very psychopath in this movie that really
you can see it throughout the movie how more and more over the edge he becomes. Because like the first time we see him, they're at the party, he's just cracking jokes, he's okay, and then like throughout the movie he just gets darker and darker and darker. He's just like
like he's that messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he kept files of a list of metahumans.
Yeah, because those were also tied to the God complex he was having, because of more superheroes would mean more hope and all that stuff that he didn't have any. So
yeah, and one of those heroes is Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, dude. Yeah. She stole the show in every scene she was in. Like every time we saw Gal Gadot, there was no other focus but on her. She was.
I had dreams about her.
I'm not in those dreams. Um,
But really, man,
no,
like,
I can't wait for the Wonder Woman movie. I think Gal Gadot did a good job. This movie kind of like almost overemphasized her attractiveness because like in almost every scene she was just like she displayed herself out while she was doing something. I was just
dude,
like,
I love the intro when she first showed up. When Batman's like, "Oh shit, he's gonna die," and then she came in and brought her.
is she with you? I
Yeah.
think she was with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, Wonder Woman's gonna be badass. She's gonna be awesome.
yeah, she was awesome in this movie. Like, it really proves that she was a badass. Like
Yeah.
with her weapons and all. Like the
I
last.
feel like a lot of the female audience is definitely gonna connect with her as well because there've been a lot of there haven't been that many female superheroes recently. I mean, you kind of have Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's like it's not. I don't think they're gonna make a solo Gamora movie, but they're definitely gonna make a solo Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
Supergirl is kind of doing it on the TV show, but it's not a movie.
Yeah,
Um,
and they really showed Black Widow in all the Avengers movies,
yeah,
which I heard that after.
if she gets her own solo movie, that's really gonna help with the female audience too.
Yeah. That and Captain Marvel, which that would be,
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel's coming. That's gonna be awesome.
yeah, that's a Marvel movie, not a DC movie. If you're confused about that,
We like both sides.
Yeah,
We don't have a feud of Marvel versus DC because, as you can clearly tell, he likes Marvel
and DC,
and there's Superman
Yeah.
over there. So
that's why I'm wearing a Batman and Superman hat, and I'm wearing a Avengers shirt. Trust me, I'm a superhero.
don't
Right.
worry. We like both. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
So from the movie itself, moving on from the actors, the beginning where it showed the destruction of Metropolis, I liked how this sequence bridged together Man of Steel to B versus S nicely because it showed the humanity's point of view of what was going on. Because like with Man of Steel, we see Superman's point of view where like he's kicking ass, but then you see Batman battling at the bottom of the rubble, not on Superman's level, seeing all this destruction. He's like, oh, there's this alien entities are destroying our city. They're destroying all this stuff.
And he believes Superman is a threat because of that.
Yeah.
And that's why he has this like antagonist, vendetta against him. Like he really kind of played out like an antagonist in this movie, to where like he was dark and cruel and really kind of an enemy of Superman.
Yeah.
And that really I like his point of view from the destruction of Metropolis very well.
And I'm glad I like that they had the flashback of his parents dying. I wish they didn't show it twice though. There was 2 flashbacks for his parents, but one of them should have been the death of Jason Todd. I feel like that would have given a little bit more of the insight to what Batman was actually thinking during that time than just seeing the Robin's suit that said "Jokes on you."
Yeah.
I think that they should have had a flashback there as well instead of the second his parents' death, just to show more of his traumatizing events in his life. That it wasn't just his parents' death; that people die around him all the time.
Yeah, like he has he's had a lot of few people that died that were really close to him that really traumatized him so deeply. And
Alfred, we didn't mention this before, but Jeremy Irons as Alfred, I think that was his role was kind of small in this one. I hope that he has a bigger role in the solo Batman flick,
which Ben Affleck will direct and co-write with Jeff Johns.
But yeah, Jeremy Irons as Alfred, that they made a good decision doing that. Jeremy Irons is fantastic.
He seemed like a more badass Alfred.
Yeah,
in this one.
he was actually helping him with the technology and stuff. He wasn't just,
Yeah.
would you like a sandwich? You know?
Yeah, like in the comics, he was like an ex British military kind of guy.
It was cool.
Yeah, like he knew what he was doing, and that's kind of who he was in the show Gotham as well.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and
the reason why Batman and Superman were fighting, I wish they'd taken a little bit more from the source material as to why they were fighting. Because in The Dark Knight Returns, there was what was the reason they were fighting in that one? Is because Batman had a warrant on him and Superman had to bring him to justice or something.
yeah.
Whereas in this movie, it was more like yeah, Batman didn't like him, but Superman wasn't ever gonna initiate the fight, and then Lex Luthor had to kidnap
Yeah,
his mom and like almost force them to fight each other. And
well, right. I mean, these two guys have different perspectives
yeah.
for about each other. You know,
Mhm.
like Batman hates Superman because the destruction of Metropolis. He
Mhm.
thinks he's a threat,
Yeah.
and Superman doesn't like Superman doesn't like Batman because he thinks he's a vigilante. He's above the law.
But yeah, but that wasn't motivation enough for Superman to want to kill him.
Yeah,
Which is what Luthor wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which we talked about. Which we just talked about is that Superman wanted Batman to kill is Lex Luthor wanted Batman to kill Superman so that like prove the man can kill God, and so he kidnapped his mother
To give Superman that motivation to want to kill Batman.
Yeah, and the fight stopped as soon as they realized that they had
The
same mom.
That they're not that much different. That they are just
Well, not the same mom, but they had both
mothers
had the
of
same
name.
Same name,
That
Martha.
they're both people who want to help people.
Yeah.
They realize that they are more alike than they are different, and that they have no reason to fight.
Yeah. And Batman was willing to kill Superman with the kryptonite spear.
I mean, he was determined. He wanted to remove this threat, and then he realized he wasn't a threat, and then they killed Doomsday.
Yeah, that leads to the point where well, let's skip this. But Lex Luthor created Doomsday, and Superman made.
He took the old body of Zod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He took the body of Zod, brought it to the Superman's crashed spaceship, and using the Kryptonian technology, he resurrected Zod into this big, massive monster to kill Superman.
Yeah, and Superman was willing to sacrifice to save mankind from Doomsday, which Batman would have done if he
if he had picked up the spear fast enough.
Yeah, like he could have.
Yeah.
And Superman didn't have to die, but they
and
went
Wonder
for
Woman could have just held him down, and Batman stabbed him in the face with kryptonite.
Yeah, but they wanted to do the Death of Superman story.
Yeah, so that it would be more emotional when he comes back for Dawn of Justice. That they have no Superman, but yes, they do.
He's not dead. He's gonna resurrect again.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the movie throughout as mentioned earlier, with his dreams and his flashbacks, that it really shows how dark Batman's life had been with his nightmares and his visions. That he there's one scene where he's in the desert and he's wearing the bat outfit, and then he's got like this overcloak on, and he's just shooting everybody in the desert.
He's like,
and then Superman comes in and takes off his. Superman comes out and takes his mask off
and laser him in the chest, and then he wakes up, and then you see Flash.
Oh yeah.
Which he said that like Lois Lane is the key. You must find us. You must save us. And it's like it wasn't just a dream. It was like the future of what's gonna happen. Like what's gonna happen in Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
With I think Darkseid is gonna try to like take over the world. That's what the Omega symbol.
That's what Darkseid does.
Yeah, that's what the Omega symbol was.
Because the Omega is the end. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was his symbol of Darkseid, and that was his army. The flying henchmen was the parademons. His army.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign that he's gonna come, and Flash shows up in his dreams to like warn him, but then he's like, am I too soon?
Yeah.
Because he like time traveled
too
far in the past.
They introduce a lot of the Justice League. They have they introduced the Flash. They introduced Wonder Woman very heavily. They introduced Cyborg. They don't introduce Green Lantern, but we see his symbol, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
but we've seen Aquaman.
That's it. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, we see Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Those are the four that were introduced in this movie.
Yeah, which were in a hard drive of the metahuman listed that Lex Luthor found.
Very small, brief cameos that
Yeah.
eventually the Justice League will rise up in the next movie.
Yeah, and we will see Green Lantern in Justice League as well.
Oh yeah, because Green Lantern, isn't he one of the founding members?
Yeah, he's like one of the 7 members.
Yes.
Yes.
That
There's a poster right
very
there.
Helpful. I forgot. Oh yeah, that's the other one because it's Batman, Superman, and then Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, Green Lantern. So.
Yeah. Unite the 7. That was
Unite the 7. Yeah, that's all over the Aquaman poster.
Yeah. And there were a lot of mixed reviews about this movie.
Yeah, as we've said throughout this entire video, there were some good things and there were some good things about some bad things about it. I feel like they should have streamlined it a little bit more about like what was their one goal with this movie, because there were a lot of I think part of what Zack Snyder did is there's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of, there's this and there's this and there's this and there's this. They're cool to have, but if your whole movie just consists of this and this and this and it's not cohesive into one continuous movie, it kind of gets muddled.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't really connect
Exactly.
very well.
Yeah.
Which hopefully Justice League will be.
Yeah.
Which they say that as dark as this movie is, they're going to make Justice League a lighter tone.
Yeah, which is good because I'm glad they did that, because the title "Dawn of Justice" kind of gives it away, because there's the phrase like it's always dark, it's just before the dawn, and so they have these two movies that are really dark, and then you have Justice League, which will hopefully be more like the lighter comic book movies that we're used to, and they'll kill Darkseid. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hope the other heroes don't fight unless they have the same. Unless their mothers have the same name.
No. Alright, so that's it.
Yeah.
We have more reviews and videos coming out. Eventually we'll have our own original stories and TV shows for y'all. Just like, subscribe, keep watching our videos, share them.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Facebook and link in the description. And give a like for this video if you enjoyed it. And keep it SkyAck, people. There'll be more videos to come.